Good morning, teacher. I'm sorry I haven't sent an email or a Word document, but unfortunately my brother used my computer yesterday and he pretty much messed up with my keyboard. So let me start with your questions. You have first one is politeness universal? If we're gonna start talking about politeness, I would compare, let's say, Peru and one of the most polite countries I ever heard of, which is Japan. So, in my opinion, politeness can help you out so much, especially at your workplace when you're meeting new people, with your neighbors, with everyone. Like, politeness is a way to open new opportunities. Let's talk about a little bit about Japan because we know how it is in Peru. Like, politeness is pretty much unknown here. In the first place, I would say Japan has some strict codes for politeness, for your conduct. It starts when you are little, when you are at home. You are raised to be polite because first, for them, um, your manners are very very important because if you are polite and you have really good manners, you're not gonna cause a lot of trouble for your parents. That's something they have in mind all the time. That's something I talked to my friend who's from Japan and has lived in China as well. He told me that's really really important, man. You gotta be polite all the time. And also they reinforce that at school. At the same time they reinforce being polite at school. They also reinforce other, like, how do you call, all the values. For example, you gotta be responsible, you gotta be reliable. And he would tell me about, like, when he was done studying, he would have to clean their classroom, they would have to clean bathrooms, they would have to clean the whole school. It happened the same everywhere. Wherever you go, you have to do that. You will have to you have to clean the place before you leave. So that's something really important to remember here. Like, it's not only politeness, but at the same time they reinforce way more and more values, which are really important. And also, he told me that what people think about you is really important. So what the public eye has to say about you, it's something that matters. Let's talk about the next question. It's a matter of culture. Yes, I would say it's a matter of culture. As I have said before, it's not the same being polite here and being polite in Japan or maybe in the United States, man. When I was in the States, I was shocked. I remember, all the English I know, I learned in an institute, and the English you learn is mostly academic English. So I would use only academic words, and I would be polite 100% of the time. And it's something that really helped me because I was working as a server, and I remember the lady who hired me. She told me, like, you have experience working as a server. Your English is decent. There is no problem with that. But something I like about you, and I haven't seen in other servers working here, and that's you have always been polite to me and the customers. And I smile. I like that. I like what she said. I feel like flattered for a bit. And it's really weird, man. Not gonna lie, Americans are not polite at all. It seems like sometimes when you talk to them, it feels like they're just saying things because they are used to saying them. Like, they don't feel what they say. Is it a matter of language? Nah, it's not a matter of language. You can be polite in any language, I think. But there is a difference between, for example, the way we talk in Peru, the way you talk in the States, let's say. Here, our words are not as important as the words you use in the States. Let's say, if you say something like idiot here, it depends mostly on your pitch of voice and how you say it, especially your face expression and everything. But in the States, if you say idiot, it doesn't really matter. Words have their own meaning. Even if you use a nice pitch, even if you use a nice tone of voice and you're not trying to be mean, what you say is way more important. So let's say in the United States you have the importance of the word, and here in Peru you have the importance of your tone of voice, your body language, and stuff like that. Does it matter in the States? It does, but not as it's not as important as it is here in Peru. So for me, that's why the lady said like you are very polite with customers, and I like that. Keep it on, because I only use words I learn on academic words that I learn. Why are we supposed to be polite? Oh man, there are a lot of reasons. I already mentioned some. For example, it helped me at work. I have an anecdote. There was a lady. She was my neighbor. She didn't like me because I was, Mexican, and she would be mean sometimes to me. But I've never talked back to her or was rude with her. Never ever. I always been polite with everyone in the States. It was rough. The first month it was rough, but I didn't pay attention to it. Like whatever. I just let it sink. But after the second month, I noticed a difference. She wasn't being rude to me anymore. She was being more and more nice. She was being like polite to me, because I keep it on. Because I was polite to her, she didn't have a reason to be rude to me. It took some time, but it worked. So one of the reasons I have here is like being polite at home sets a stage for a better behavior. Your children are gonna imitate what you do. If you're polite, your children are gonna be polite. That's something I learned from my mom, and it still works today. Being professional at works get positive attention. Yes, 100%. If you're polite at work, man, everybody's gonna be happy with you. Especially if you work with customer service, which I've been working for a very long time. If you're polite, man, not gonna lie, you get better tips. Even though you make a mistake, people are not gonna get mad at you, or even if they do, they won't be rude to you, and that helps a lot. Being kind to customers or being polite to customers increases sales. Definitely, man, definitely. Treating other people with politeness makes them want to be nice back to you. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. If you're nice to someone, even though they can be rude at first, it's gonna take some time, and they're gonna change, because you've never gave them a reason to be rude with you, or to be let's say unpolite. Being polite can help prevent accidents.
Which one? Tell me which one.
Teacher, you're turning
Agreed.
me. Let me turn this on. So yes, I remember this time I was like working with a lady. She had like four kids, and she told me like once you were done with your meal, you would receive a cookie. Could be like oatmeal cookie, or like the Chips Ahoy. I forgot the name of this cookie that has like brownish chocolate chips Ahoy. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. A cookie with chocolate chips. So there was. She told me I want 3 chocolate cookies and 1 oatmeal cookies. And I remember I forgot, and I brought 4 chocolate cookies. And one of their kids suffered from. He wasn't really allergic, but he didn't stand chocolate like well. So I remember I gave her cookies, and he started eating. And she noticed I gave her the wrong cookie. So she looked at me and said, "Hey." And since the first moment she came, and I take her order till the very last time I gave her the cookie, I was nice and polite with her. She didn't get mad at me. Of course, she wasn't pleased, but she took my apology, and she told me like, there is no problem. You've been nice to me all the time. I'm gonna just this one pass, but please be careful next time. What am I gonna say? Politeness, or being polite really helps a lot. All right, teacher, it was a pleasure. Bye bye.